What's good? We in the final finale. Apparently to the game. I don't know if it's actually the final finale or not. This is my team. This is what I'm sticking with. We don't have anything else to change. I could go back to town, you know, and buff my weapons real quick. I could do that, but I think I'll save that for a last resort. Are we really about to beat this? Welcome, one and all, to the glorious throne of Nimino, left to us by the ancient gods. Albert, you old fart, it's been fun, but we're finally gonna be able to put this to an end. I'm impressed that you, of all men, were the last to remain standing in my way. Perhaps this was our destiny. Even at that moment we met in a train. That was weird. Just tell me one thing. What will you do if you win this fight? Couldn't say, really. I'll create a new world, perfected it to God's will. A world pure, without deceit or defilement. World, such a world. Would such a world be any fun? Of course it'll be fun. It'll be a wondrous place. I really wanted to show it to all of you. I see. In that case, let's promise then. No matter who wins, no hard feelings, eh? Leave the surviving world to the mercy of fate. Fine. I promise you. There need only be one fight that determines the course of the planet. Now there's my Albert. Glad we agreed on something. We're softening him, you know, playing mind tricks. Then let's get started. We bet our entire future on this fight. That's what I was waiting to hear. Let us commence the final battle. I feel like they're tricking me. You know, I was convinced, but now I feel like they're tricking me. Oh, this is the SP thing right off the bat. That ain't good. What a way to get warmed up. Getting warmed up on the possibly the big bad. What am I doing? I'm hitting him, that's what I'm doing. Gotta hit him. Alice can heal all. Remember, she can heal all. Oof. Okay. Restore yourself. Hopefully I don't need all 42 turns. Okay. We got the arc. Let's use it. Ooh. I am not convinced this is the final. They're throwing final out there too much. But if it is, okay, Alice definitely is going to have a hard time with this. I might be able to exploit him. Actually, I might be able to exploit him. Let's see what this actually does. Can I use spells? As long as I can get him to keep himself in the game. That's all I need from him. Decent, not great. Soil and beans, hopefully. The big finale, hopefully. Because if I waste too much, that's the problem. If I go all out, then what if there's something after him? What if? Am I going to be able to hit this? Invisible while cut in half. I gotta try it out once. He's gonna morph. His attacks are too goofy. He's gonna morph. His attacks are too goofy. He's either going to morph mid-fight, or there's going to be something after him. I got two. I haven't practiced doing it with the small and invisible. Dummy. Resurrection. He has it. I didn't even know he had that. Target back to life and fully restores. Okay, we're gonna use Keith to get rid of whatever that status is. The ring reduction. You know what I should have done on Yuri? which I don't know if I'll get a second chance to do it. No, I gotta just make it count. Yeah, I should have did the tiger hair, boosted his ring. That's what I should have done. I could just get some clarification that this is the main fight. If I get that clarification, that one clarification is all that I need to really go in like that chick. Hopefully Alice takes a turn, but I'm not holding my breath. Do I have another tiger? I don't have another one. Oh, well that's... yeah, I got this one. Cut in half. And then... oh, twice as fast? No, I don't want that one. I want... users. Okay. It's gonna be a hell of a play. Double his hit area. Triples. Oh, I got two of them. I got two of those. Actually, we're gonna do something mad crazy. Mad crazy. Alice is gonna heal. Because that's what she do. Keith is going to do the all buff. And then Yuri's gonna do the 5th key. Not the 7th, the 5th. Just the 5th. Or we could just lose on this turn. We could just lose too, that's cool. That's cool, we could just lose. -2, ooh, it's a percentage base, I think. Okay, so we might be able to win on this turn. Might be able to win on this turn. Where is it? Where is it? Damn, I need Yuri to like take multiple turns though to do this. Still haven't used the monkey's paw. Key to attack power increases. Okay, no. Continue successful actions. What order would I do this in? I want Yuri to have the monkey's paw. I also want it... okay. Next turn, Yuri's doing the monkey's paw. But that means that I can't go in right now. So I'm waiting for Yuri to take this next turn. So let's heal his SP. Let's heal his SP. Can I heal it fully? I'll just do a 6. Or 7. Alright. Alice probably won't get a turn to heal Monkey's Paw. And then Keith is going to do the... Oh yeah, we can still do it. Cool. Keith is going to do that one cut in half. Yeah. So Yuri should technically still have his regular ring. I only have to worry about the ring's irregularity. Hit him with a little bit of gospel. Alright. Ring irregularity speed is all I have to worry about. So in theory, Yuri's attack is like, I don't know, past quadruple. If this works, I'm gonna... Okay, let's try to get it. Ooh, I'm... Definitely not the final boss. Larva. Definitely not the final boss. No way. Splendid work. I must admit, you got me. This one time. Yuri. All of you have chosen your fate. The coming wintry age will be a harsh one. The beginning of the hell that humans have chosen. But none of this will come true unless you defeat the god that is arriving soon. But it should be fine with people as strong as you. Humans may yet be able to overcome their mistakes. If you really think you can arise victorious, then take my blessing. May my soul assist you. Albert, let me take you to the god's throne with the last drop of my power. Farewell. You know it. A little concerned though. A little concerned. Where are we? The stratosphere? Look how tiny the temple is from here. Is this really the end of the earth? What the? Hey, what's going on? Could that... So it would seem. Is the god. Yeah, now things are getting interesting. Alright. Please let me heal. You're kidding me. This is definitely the final boss. Definitely. Please give me full health. I don't like this. I don't know how much HP I even have. Don't one-shot all of my team. Please. I'm so nervous about what's going on. Okay. Okay. Well, they didn't heal me, that's for sure. That's real wait, they did heal me. They did heal me. Alright. Let's go time. Heavy damage plus... It's not gonna work it against the boss. Ooh. Okay. So the monkey's paw strat worked. However, I wonder how fast he is. What's the music? Let me hear it. Cool, sounds royal, like royalty. Okay, user's hit area doubles. I want Yuri to use that. And then, do I have another one of those twice as fast? Okay, I got another one of these. Cool, so I can still use the same strat. I just need Yuri to be able to take his turn. It'd be nice if I could throw this to somebody else, but that's asking too much. Okay, so let's not waste this and let's actually heal. Our strat is Yuri do everything as of right now. Yuri do everything. Everybody else heal. So much so that I should probably put Albert in the back row. Oh yeah, transform. Okay. We in it. We in it for real. He did slow down his ring. Hit areas doubles. Not, well, yeah, double. Double his ring. Double it. Alice is gonna heal. Albert is Keith is going to... What's Keith gonna do? Keith doesn't do anything this turn. As long as he doesn't kill me in one shot, I have a chance. Remember what I just said? Scratch that. What an asshole. Hit each other. What an asshole. Oh, GG's, I guess. Okay, so he... Oh, status effects. Status effects. Of course. Status effects. I gotta fight that stupid fight before that all over again, but I could take him out probably in the first turn. Alright. Since we're going all physical, let's just use the plus 20%. 20. Oh, he might. We'll go for it. We'll go for it. And I don't have anything that can prevent all... I think I got one of those earlier in the game and I sold it. I can't buy it. I know for a fact that you can't buy it. Alice don't need prevention from instant death. What Alice needs is... yeah, let's prevent that. Till I find something better. Keith also, he doesn't need to be involved in any of these fights. I'm not going all the way back and teleporting and going through the entire dungeon just to get back here. Just to buy anti-confusion. Well, we got Alice on the squad. Alice can, she could do stuff. How about this? Even if he does get confused, I'm going to intentionally gimp him so that he doesn't hit as hard. How's that? I mean, it was cool and all, but you know, priorities have changed. And take one last look at my percentage. It was, my highest was 32%, and then I just said forget it, let's just win. So it dropped down to 29, but I got it up to 32. It was as low as 16. It was as low as 16. I brought it up to 32 in the last few chapters. All allies areas are cut in half. Attack power doubles. No, well let's do it. Woo! That was close. Yuri's, we're fucked. I forgot. Okay, we're good. We're good. 5th key. Hopefully, gotta nail it. Nice. This would be so messed up if they didn't heal you and I just ran in with 30 HP on everybody. I'm not entirely convinced. You see, if I could just pull that off, if I get 2 turns to prep, you know, I'll be in good shape. GG's, Bacon. Probably see you in a couple seconds. Well, you might as well do this instead, right? Like, but I don't know how many turns that will last. So let's do it. I still gotta hit the right areas. Okay. Twice as fast, but here area doubled. Do I have an all? Doing it a bit out of order here. Do I need Alice for anything? I don't think I do. That's half speed, but okay, we're gonna save, we're gonna defend right now. Alright, that's a bit rough. Attack power. It sucks that you can't throw that over. Okay, well, we're going with the original plan. Screw getting fancy. Twice as fast. don't want twice as fast. Whatever. Gotta do it. Oof. Okay. Damn, Alice is dead. Alice is dead. Stupid Keith. Okay. Hopefully the... Okay, I don't got the monkey paw on yet, do I? I got the monkey paw? I got the monkey paw. And I got the... I don't have the other one. I don't have this one. So hopefully the silver hand lasts for one more turn. Then I'll use the 7th key. Hopefully. Hopefully. Alice missing hers was a big blunder. Big time blunder. Alright. Okay. So let's try not to miss. All right. Down. Only 1,999 so far. Come on, that was pitiful, Yuri. Where was all the... You only got one critical hit out of all of that? If I get one more turn, though, it's over. If I get one more turn and my buffs are still there, so it's probably over right now. If only Alice didn't die. Silver hand wore off. Yuck. You know what didn't wear off? My skills and persistence. Wait. Damn. So silver hand wore off. I still have the other one. I just have to do it better. More concise. Ah! Ah! You see, that's where they get you. I was still expecting... I wasn't expecting it to be the fast one. I was expecting it to be just smaller ring. The speed variance is throwing me off. We might be dead. Okay, Alex is still kicking. And that's all that counts. He's kicking, we're kicking.
No.
So now Yuri. Who's the biggest idiot around? We made this one up. I told you guys that this game makes me blind for some reason. I can't see. Can't see. Keith, if you could survive this, that would be great. That one doesn't count. The funny thing is, I don't think this fight is even that hard. It's not that hard. I'm just using a build that I haven't used all game, and that I've never used ever or have ever even seen, so I don't know what I'm to expect. Every time I use Yuri, I'm expecting his ring to go faster than it's going. Then I get Alice and hers is going faster than I think is going, and then, you know. Alright. Okay, I've pretty much perfected this fight. Let's see how much the ring effect has. I mean, you know, I want to just use the monkey paws. It's a triple buff. Let's see, if this is all I need, then that will greatly increase my chances going forward. You know, because this is just one turn of preparation right here. If I don't even need those other ones, oh, get fucked. Keith. Okay, come on, Alice. Play that funky music. We get to see this for the first time. Soylent Beans. Goldies. Nice. Alright, let's see if how good Monkey's Paw is. Ooh. I only need Monkey's Paw. Wow. That's all I need. That's all I need. That's all I need. Just one turn of that. That's all I need. Okay. New information has occurred. Look. If that's all I need, then that's all it's gonna take. I'm sitting here trying to buff 4 different turns. I don't even have to worry about all of that now. That skirt is still impossible. I don't know how it is defying that much gravity. It like knows that there's a camera behind her at all times. Okay. Okay. Be cool. Be cool. Monkey's Paw. New strat. Monkey's Paw. Silver Hand. That's it. Monkey's Paw. Silver Hand. Monkey's Paw. Silver Hand. In fact, if I wanted to get crazy, I'd give Yuri the speed agility thing. I'd do that. If I wanted to get nuts, then I'd just have the others, you know, slow him down a little bit. Like, hey, brother, you're a bit too high off at the top of the speed, man. Gonna have to put you in some rehabilitation. But you might not even have to worry about that. We're kicking this thing's squawny, ITOwl having son of a gun's ass. Right now, it's over. Unless he has like 100,000 HP, then I'm screwed. Okay. I got on my glasses. That's not gonna happen again, punk. Shit. Supernova? Time adjustment? Same thing. Okay. Then we're going to put Alice on guarding duty. If, you know, it comes to that. Alright, bro. Oh no! Oh. I hit the wrong button. Okay, still good. But the key to success, still. Oh, stop, button master. Slow down. Man. Okay, just in case I miss on a key of success, we're gonna double, etc., etc. No. No, where's the freaking all users speed penalty? Cut in half? No, not that one. Not that one. Half as fast? No, I want the double. Don't have it. Shit. Screw it. Let's do half as fast.
No.
Shit. Alright. Be cool. Be cool, be cool. Got this. Okay, he has key to success. Now it's time to do the monkey's paw. Yeah. Monkey's paw. Wait. Silver hand. Don't want to waste an ounce of the monkey's paw. Not an ounce. Survive. Survive. Fail your addition. What a noob. He failed his addition. Oh. Oh. Okay. Stay cool. Stay focused. And stay cool. Stay true to yourself. Okay. He didn't use the monkey's paw yet. He's doing that this next turn. So, until then, I want you to heal Alice, because I don't trust Alice. She's too drunk to be accountable for anything.
No.
You never know when Keith is going to go back on the drugs. Okay. Guard. Guard. Monkey's paw. And then it's time for action. Key to success lasts as long as I keep getting it, I believe. The moment I fail is the moment it discontinues. In theory. Okay. Soylent beans. We got this, fam. We got this. Believe in me, and I'll believe in you. Okay, Keith. Defend yourself. Defend your honor. Just in case, give Alice some SP.
No.
Okay, Yuri. It's time to become a man. Nice. Yes! Nice! Woo! Get down, son! You ain't ready for this! Hell yeah!
And so, our battle came to an end. The god, awakened by human hands, was returned to sleep once again by human hands. On the morning after, a refreshing breeze blew across Wales, and the horrible events leading up to yesterday seemed like nothing more than a bad dream. Soon, it was time to say farewell to everyone. Keith, our handsome vampire, grew weary of the hustle and bustle of the outside world, and so he returned once again to his peaceful castle in Transylvania.
Damn.
I wonder how many centuries he'll sleep this time.
Keith is getting it in.
And sweet dreams, dear friend.
Keith is getting it in.
Master Zhu
Populating a new nation.
Adept, has gone back to Shanghai to mend the disruptions in the energy fields of China. You taught us so much, Master Zhu. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And please, try not to overexert yourself.
GG, Susan.
Our beloved spy for hire said she planned to go home to Paris, but she joked about how her next assignment was probably already waiting for her. So, there's no telling where she might be right now. Hallie, that cute little street boy we met in London, set sail from Southampton with his mother, Kodelka, to find his long-lost father in America. Finally, they'll be able to live together as a family. I pray you'll all find happiness. As for me, I'm headed for Zurich, where my mother's waiting. With Yuri, of course.
Yeah? Wait, she didn't die? She didn't die. I know there's multiple endings. Did I get the good ending? No way, I didn't get the good ending. No way. They said she was going to die. They said she was going to die. But GG's, fam. That was a fun game. I do these reviews now, after I complete a game. I started with Parasite Eve, went to Ghost in the Shell and Legend of Dragoon. So let's try with Shadow Hearts. I'm gonna judge it by 3 categories, maybe 4. Gameplay, the funnest part that I play games for. I think the gameplay is a solid persistent love affair. But I do feel like sometimes it overstays, or not overstays, but it overuses its mechanics. Like you do the same gameplay mechanic for a variety of different things, but as far as just playing the game, I think that it's a solid experience. Really fun. You really feel it when you screw up, but at the same time, I don't think it's as immersive as, let's say, a Legend of Dragoon, but it still is fun. So I would say I never got bored of it. I would give it gameplay, I would give it a 8. I'd give it an 80, an 81 gameplay. Presentation is pretty solid, I won't say it's the best, it's not the worst. I thought that the pacing at the start of the game was like really brisk, straight to the point, and it kept you going. As it went on, it felt like it kind of slowed down, and it kind of dragged its feet. It kind of slows down because of the so much exposition throughout the entire game. Like every time you get like a cutscene or a dialogue text, that text is going to go on for at least 5 minutes. Every single scene is going to go on for 5 minutes. It's never just a scene, okay, one liner, okay, move on. It's always a scene, okay, 5 minutes or more, sometimes 10 minutes of just dialogue after dialogue. So I feel like it was just kind of a mixed bag in that respect. But as far as, you know, like the graphics and all this, the CGIs, the FMVs, or whatever you want to call them, I think those are all pretty well enough to hold their own weight. I give presentation a 74. I'd give presentation a 74. You know, sometimes there are seeing maps that it's kind of hard to see what's going on, see where you're supposed to go. But they're all pretty cool looking, you know, solid. It's a solid base. You know, it does its job. I'll give it a presentation of 74. I don't remember what I said about gameplay, so if you remember that, do tell me. Now, the last category would be replayability. Do I feel like this game is something that you can replay over and over and over again? And that's a very important part. It's kind of coinciding with gameplay, but it's, you know, it's like an extra layer of cake that can live on through eternity. I feel like it's very replayable. I would give replayability an 82. You know, because coincided with gameplay, the gameplay is pretty fun. You know, whatever the hell I gave gameplay, I'll give, I think I said 84 for gameplay. 84 gameplay, replayability, I'm saying 82. That's just my personal score, but I would give that. So 84 gameplay, 74 presentation, 82 replayability. Wait, I have to add in this part in post because I don't know if I really talked about it. Why replayability is where it's at. Replaying the game, skipping most of the stuff that I feel bogged down the presentation, and just replaying it for the gameplay. I feel like that is going to be an experience that you can do over and over again, and I feel like you will have a better time than when you first played the game. I honestly feel like you will have a better time replaying this game than you would playing through it the first time. Not that playing through it is a hardship within itself, skimming through the worst parts of the game, you know? And you know, like I said, the gameplay stands on its own. It holds its own belt, you know, and there's a lot of options. I've said earlier on, I felt like the game was going to be like the same gameplay that you get at the very start, but a lot of modifiers and items, how you can play the game, and that makes each item that you get feel like a reward searching for all these goodies, something that's worth tangling around a bit, trying to figure out what works, until you find out what works the best, and then it's like, okay, everything stand aside, we're doing this. You know, but up until that point, it's fun dabbling around and seeing what you can make.
As the Warlock said in the end, even if another age of storms buffets this world, I intend to go on living and fighting for you who freed me from the darkness, for the one I love.
The prince, he did pass away. The Great War begins. The end. Okay. So I'm gonna have to redo the presentation a bit, because I actually forgot. I said all that stuff about presentation. I forgot an important ingredient. This game is very story heavy. And it would be a big amiss to not bring in the story to the presentation. The story is, without a doubt, one of the most interesting stories in an RPG that I've played. Granted, I haven't played many, and it keeps going sometimes. And what I was saying about the dialogue kind of dragging, because sometimes you kind of go off the rails, you know, in like the main story that you're into is like kind of like, hey, we're going to put this aside for a bit, and we're going to go in like an hour of, you know, doing this stuff. And the main meat of the story, I feel like it's very, 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 very good. And all the characters are really likable. Even some of the bad guys, and some of them are just kind of like villain of the day, but the main bad guys, dueces, I felt like he was supposed to be like the main villain, but he felt like a villain of the day, you know, to me. I didn't really care about him, but once you got to Lily, and then you got to like, you know, finally got to dueces, his demise, and then you got to like the ghost town, and then you get to, you know, everything after dueces, from Lily to after dueces. It's all the best stuff in the game, story-wise and piquing your interest-wise, outside of the very beginning of the game. You know, so I feel like it's very, very, very well done. The characters are all likable. I really liked Alice. I really liked her. She was a very endearing character. You know, that's not me crying, that's my voice giving out. From all the dialogue reading. Yes, he's a very endearing character. You know, Yuri, he's pretty cool. You know, there's the parts where I say like, he's not that cool anymore. He's kind of, his coolness is wearing down. Then he had that moment where he's like fighting his internal self, you know, his weakness, and, you know, with his mind has distorted his memories about his parents, and, you know, he's kind of living out in this torment for himself, not being able to protect his mother, and his not living up to the footsteps of his father and all that. That moment was perfect. It was perfect. You know, that turned Yuri from like, he's alright. You know, they're just trying to make a cool person, you know, he's alright. That moment took it from, and it took it to like, okay, he's the main character that I'm rolling with. You know, that's the main character right there. So with all of that rambling, I had to up the presentation from the 74 that I gave it, and I give it a 79. I give it a 78, because, no, I give it a 77, because I can't stress how much the middle kind of slows down with the dialogue and all that. And that brings our score of this game to an 81. It just passes through the Great Barrier. The low side of the Great Barrier, but nonetheless great. So that's going to be my playthrough of Shadow Hearts 1 on the PS2. I have Shadow Hearts 2. I don't know where I'm going to be playing that. I'm probably going to take a break from RPGs. The next game on my playlist is going to be a game that nobody's going to expect. It's a Ghost in the Shell bootleg game that I'm convinced that they intended for it to be Ghost in the Shell, that they just didn't get permission to make. And it's also the best Ghost in the Shell game at the same time. So we're going to be playing this early PS2 game. It's called Oni, O-N-I. And I'll see you guys next time. May peace be with. It's been a wonderful journey. I had fun. Hopefully you had enjoyment watching this. And with you guys further ado, may peace be with. Always keep your heads up, deuces, those bows, adios, stay cool. If you like this content, be sure to show some love. But always be sure to show that love to the people who matter to you. 28 hours. I also really like the music in this game. I really like the music. This is ITOwl and be cool. Deuces.